we're having a look at a little Kalanchoe. It's a really, really sweet succulent that has these gorgeous little flowers in sort of sunset colors. So you get some that are red, orange. This one is yellow. Now, it is from South Africa, as I think most succulents tend to be sort of from warmer countries. So it's not cold hardy, not winter hardy. But earlier this year, it got covered in whitefly after flowering. They flower quite early. And so I chucked it outside and left it out there until today. And we have had -degrees out there. So I'm really impressed that it's done so well, it survived. But I want to repot it now. It just needs a bit of TLC here over winter. And I could just take the whole thing up just with the roots and everything, but I'd rather just cut off little bits. With most succulents, you can just cut off bits that you think look prettiest and then just pot them up and they'll quickly sprout roots. So that's what I'm going to do with this little guy. I'm going to choose the best looking ones and get it into some nice compost. I brought a little pot of compost in here just a few hours ago to let it warm up so it wouldn't be freezing for this plant. And we'll get him all sorted. So I quite like this long guy here. I'll just snip him off. Nice cut. And let's see what else we should do. This guy's got quite a few branches on him. I could just prune them down a bit. Let's have a look. Get him off. This is just a way to make sure he won't be too straggly as well. And there's some new growth in that little guy, so I might just snip this little guy at the bottom too. He looks quite good and healthy. There we go. And I was just thinking this little guy, I could add him to another succulent bowl I have. It's always fun to add a bit of a mixture. So I'll just add him to another thing. So here's my little succulent bowl, and I've got this little guy here. I've just picked off all the lower leaves, all the nodes where all the roots will grow out. I'll just add him by popping him in straight down there. That's a good spot for him. And then he can just have a bit of flowering going on there. It's really sweet. You can see how dry they are. I really never water these guys. Maybe once a month or something, give them a bit of water. But that's the way they like it. The only way I ever almost killed a jade plant like this was by overwatering it. So I really learnt my lesson, and now I just underwater them completely. They thrive on neglect. So back to the original plant. So I've got my little pot of compost here, and I'm just going to stick them in, the little bits, wherever I see fit. So this guy's quite big and chunky, and I'll put him in the back, like that. And this guy, pop him like that. And I just think that when you're able to do it this way, you can actually just really make your plants look a lot nicer and fuller and not straggly and unhealthy. And they'll easily root like that and just look really happy. I will give him a bit of a drink now, and then I won't water him again for quite a while. And hopefully he'll be happy in here now, be thankful after being treated so mean outside in the freezing cold, that he'll start to think about flowering. But they're really lovely, happy plants, usually to have on a windowsill. So I'll go put him on one of those and hope for the best.